Hi, I'm Cindy Horstman. Thanks so much for joining me. I wanted to show you how much fun it can be to improvise on the harp, and I want you to play along with me, and I will discuss and walk you through step by step ideas on how to improvise. Have you ever been in a situation where you're on a gig or with other musicians and they say, okay, your turn to improvise, and you freeze and you don't know what to do? Well, I'd like to show you some things that I have learned throughout my career that have really helped me with improv. So let's get started. The first thing I want to do is to make it simple. Let's take the key of C major. So set your harp in C major, and let's first talk about some chords. I think developing a chordal progression first is the easiest step in improvisation. So let's take the C chord. C, E, G, right? That's a one chord in C. Okay. Lovely. But let's make it a little more interesting. Let's stack another third on top. So it will be C, E, G, B. So now we have C, E, G, B. Can you play that with me? 3, 4. That is a C major 7 chord. Okay? That's lovely too. So let's make it a little more interesting. Let's now stack another third on top. So we have C, E, G, B, D on top. Well, we don't have enough fingers to do that with your right hand, so let's take your left hand and play the C, and the right hand will play E, G, B, D. So this D is 9 steps above C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is called a C major 9 chord. C major 9, C major 9, C major 9, C major 9. Okay, well, with your left hand, typically what I do with improv is to have my left hand play the root of the chord. So let's move the C down an octave here. Play that along with me, please. C major 9, C major 9, C major 9, C major 9. I think it helps to verbalize what chord you're playing because it helps stick in your head, or at least it does for me. Okay, well that's lovely too, but remember, if you are playing a solo piece and you are doing accompaniment and improvising, your right hand needs some space to improvise. And in this chord right here, it's too high on the harp. So let's start moving it down. Let's take the top note, which is D, and let's move it down an octave to here. So now you have D, E, G, B. Can you play that? D, E, G, B. Play it over and over again. Okay. However, you still need more space. So we're going to take the B off the top, move it down an octave, and now you have B, D, E, G. Play that over and over again. So we still have the C major 9. Now let's add the left hand playing the root. There we go. And say to yourself, C major 9, C major 9, C major 9, C major 9. Okay, so we now have one chord. It's kind of nice. So let's add one more chord to our chord progression. In the key of C, I'd like to choose the D minor chord. So you're just going to move up and play D, F, A. Play that with me, D minor. Okay, beautiful chord. Let's spice it up. Let's add another third, stack a third on top, so we have D, F, A, C, right? So we now have D, F, A, C. Now, again, you're starting to get too high on the harp, so there's no room for improv. So let's take that C that's on top and move it down an octave. So now you have C, D, F, A. Can you play that with me? And say D minor 7, D minor 7, D minor 7. All right? So what I'd like for you to do is in your left hand, keep the C the whole time. So with the D minor 7 chord, you're still going to have a C in the bass. So let's play that. Okay, even though C is not the root of D minor 7, is there a C in the D minor 7 chord? Of course. So that's why it sounds good. All right. Let's move one more note down in the D minor 7 chord. So we have an A on top. Let's move it down an octave. So we now have A, C, D, F. Can you play that with me? It's still D minor 7. With C in the bass. Good. So let's take the C major 9 and the D minor 7 and create a chord progression. I think I'd like for us to start in 3/4. So the left hand will play the C. You can either do octaves or you can just do the C on beat 1. And then on beat 2, you're going to play the chord. So let's just practice this. Let's just do the C major 9 over and over again with this pattern. C, 2, 3, C, 2, 3, C major 9, C. Keep playing. Okay, now remember our D minor 7, all you're doing is you're taking this formation of the C major 9 and you're moving it down one string, all the fingers. So you now have A, C, D, F. So let's try that pattern. 1, 2, 3, D minor 7, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Got it? So the right hand is just going back and forth like that. Okay. So let's do 2 measures of C and 2 measures of D, the D minor 7. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. C, C. Shift down to D. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay. There's one more thing that is probably the most important thing about improvising that I wanted to share, and that is to have good time or good rhythm. So as you're practicing the chord progressions and as you're practicing improvising, I strongly urge you to turn on a metronome. So I'm going to put the metronome on 60 to the quarter note, but I've decided to also include the subdivision of the 8th note. So this is what you hear. 1 and 2 and 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So let's try our chord progression. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Now move to D. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Play along with me. 1, 2, and 3, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 1, and to prepare for our next lesson and learning a melody idea, I want you to practice this pattern, but I want you to use or play all of it with your left hand, like so. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1. Please play along with me. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So please practice that over and over again. And in the next lesson, we'll talk about how to incorporate improvisation, easy improvisation on top of that. Thanks so much. See you in the next lesson.